Jason here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a book review, and the book I'm talking about today is Uzumaki by Junji Ito. It's a manga, or whatever, a graphic novel, which I normally don't read. It's very seldom that I read any sort of comic books or anything like that. I read The Watchmen a long time ago, but that's pretty much my only, the only other kind of graphic novel that I've read. So I'd heard a lot about this book and about Junji Ito and how he's crazy, like Lovecraftian body horror stuff. So I wanted to check it out. I've heard it's really just insane, crazy stuff. The artwork's really cool and super brutal, bloody, gory mess. And that is true. It's all of those things, and it's very good. I was super, super pleased with this book. I read it almost all in one day. It seems really long, but it's not, because it's a comic book, so it moves along pretty quick. I read it in a few hours, and I just couldn't stop. Because it's split into these different kind of chapters, and I think it was a serial sort of release at the time, and then they released it in this one volume. But and sort of each chapter is kind of its own story, and it progresses through the overarching story of this town. Basically, this girl, her name's Kiri. She lives in this town in Japan. It's like a small little whatever community, small town, and it's being infested or infiltrated by spirals, the shape, which doesn't sound like a scary thing. It sounds very odd and weird, and it is those things. It is weird, but it's scary. You start seeing spirals everywhere while reading this book, and it's weird. And, so things start to happen around that, where people start to turn into snails and weird stuff like that. It's just wild and crazy, and it's super gory, and the artwork is great. Just awesome stuff. Just really brutal, crazy story. But yeah, and the overarching story kind of continues, and Kiri is kind of, I don't know, she's almost just like the character that's there that observes all of this stuff that's happening, because it never really happens directly to her. Some of it does, I guess. There's one chapter where her hair starts to get all crazy, into spirals and stuff. But and then a character will get introduced at the beginning of a chapter, and they become friends, and then by the end of the chapter, that person has been destroyed by the spiral or whatever. And yeah, it's just really, really crazy. And it's really hard to explain without just reading it. You should just read it, and it is good. So I highly recommend it. In fact, I liked it so much that I went out and he's got two other volumes like this, where his mangas were collected into one volume. And there's one called Geo, and there's one called Tommy. And so I've got those. They're on my TBR shelf. I will eventually get to them, and then I'll probably review those too. But Uzumaki was great. So if you like manga, comic book stuff, this is a good horror one. And even if you don't, even if you've never done anything like that, like me, I really enjoyed it. And like I said, you can get through it in an afternoon or a couple afternoons. So, do yourself a favor and check it out. You won't be sorry. It's really good. But anyway, that's pretty much all I got today. If you've read this and have any other thoughts or want to talk, leave me a comment. I will respond to it. Like and subscribe, and yeah, I'm come back and check it out. I'm gonna be posting more videos, later on in the week. I've got a couple more planned. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.